Hello, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and I'm still kind of working on getting that hello out before the thing turns off. Anyway, we are back building the world, which I have decided to name Impact World because of, well, said impact. And let's see, where did we leave off? We left off putting in planes. Right, so we're going to finish up putting the planes in, which means we're just going to go ahead and add some... Oh, let me follow the rules here for planes just a little bit. I'm going to put a plane there and some... Oh, no. Yeah, put some planes here. And the planes here are going to stop roughly about the mountains, because the mountains do a really good job of keeping the desert from entering the grassland. Now, on this side, it's kind of a different story. It's going to be a little more, like a lot more, more plains coming in through here. And the desert actually meets the sea here, which is kind of interesting. And we're going to put some plains over here. Going to have some plains in this area. Going to have plains here. Actually, this little area here is really, looks like it'd be really good for some swamps. So let's go ahead and see if we can find, well, I'm sure I'll find it. But yeah, some swamp area here looks like it'd be really good there. And I'm going to add a little bit of a plain here. Not much. Little tiny strip of plain. Yeah. Okay, and I think that's got the plains down. So now we're going to move over to... let's see, rivers. Alright. Now, the rivers in Civ 5, I'm not too thrilled about how they work. But, it's basically just connect the dots. So I'm going to have a river coming off out of this little crack here, and it's going to go along in between the mountains, and it's going to move off and down and down and down, through the continent, going this way. And it's going to intersect right here with the mountains, and it's just going to run along the mountains. Just run right along the mountains and flow right out to sea. There we go. Now there's going to be another river. I want to have a river kind of coming down from the snow here. Like it's an ice melt sort of thing. And this snow river is going to come down through the tundra. Through this really flat tundra area. And it's going to just go all the way down through here, hit this hill, go around that hill, hit this mountain, go through, between the mountains, and then it's going to worm out from right there next to the mountains, come out, and go right into that crack there. Now, down here, I want to definitely have a river. Kind of weird, the river going straight through the desert. Actually, that's not that weird. There are rivers that do that. And it's going to worm its way through the desert. This is sort of going to be like the Nile of this planet. It's going to go, this is going to be the longest river in the world. Because it's going to go around those hills. It's going to sweep through here. Just flowing through the desert. Yeah, flow through here. Just go through here, and then it's going to hit these mountains, and it's going to run along the sides of these mountains. Run along through there, and then it's going to come right, it's going to go right around that mountain, head straight through these plains, head through these grasslands, and then finally out to the sea, all the way down here. That's the longest river. There's going to be a small kind of river coming through here. Nothing all that big. It's basically going to go along the mountains and then sort of come out through the grasslands right there. And it's also going to have a little bit of a tributary that sticks out from it. It's going to have a little bit of a thing that sticks out from it. And that's going to move down through the continents, through this continent, and then come out the other side. Now there's going to be a little bit of a river here on this little island, just going out to sea. No rivers really there. A river on this side. Yeah, let's go ahead and have a river kind of cut through these mountains. Like there's a natural sort of mountain pass where that river flows through. And it's going to flow right through the heart of this very secluded, very isolated little area. Yeah, and then a stick right out through there. Now, let's see. Through here. Nah, nothing there. But definitely want to have a river. It's going to be an ice melt thing coming out of this mountain and flowing right through to the heart, right through and across the heart of this lower southern continent. Yeah. I can't quite remember if you can bring ships down the rivers in Civ 5. I don't quite remember that. But it's going to skirt along these plains for a little bit before dipping down into them. Yep. So it's going to dip down into the plains, but it's not going to hit the desert. It's going to go right around this little block here and then out there. And it's going to split off here. They're going to have a little bit of a split here, and it's going to go down, 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 very down, down into the bowels of the earth. For any of you who are into MST3K, you'll get that reference. Yeah, let's see. Let's have another river. Yeah, coming right around here, Morty. You have a river. Come out here. And it's gonna go around these hills, and then it's gonna go into the tundra, and it's gonna flow right out at the bottom of the world. It's gonna be the weirdest river in the world, Morty. I'll have a river here. Just flow through these mountains and flow along the mountains. I'm a big fan of having rivers flow along mountains. I don't know why, but it feels natural. Yeah. It's gonna flow right through there. Right along the underside of these mountains. Yeah. And then it's gonna go into here, go around this, and then crash right through the mountains. Come through here. I will admit that I really, really like the hex-based system for the maps. I really like that. And then right out there. And I think that's all the rivers that I want to add. Well, yeah, maybe I'll throw a little one here. Yeah, just so we can have something for whatever civilization ends up here to irrigate itself. Before I nuke the world, obviously. You know, gotta give them a chance at building some shelters, you know? Yeah. So it's gonna go along here. And it's gonna go there. Alright. So those are the rivers. And now, I'm gonna go to the plopper. I don't really like the sound of that, plopper. But whatever. So I'm gonna put some ice. There's gonna be some ice flowing here. And this is gonna, you know, have some ice going on. Yeah, where it connects. A little bit of ice here. And move up, and we're gonna put some ice here. Kind of running along the top. I really wish this was a sphere. Like, I wish it was grid-based. I mean, the grid-based work, but I wish it was a sphere. And you were painting on a sphere, you know? You know, like a sphere. Ah, fuck. Hate that. So let's take a look here. It looks kind of... I mean, I feel like I'm missing some mountains. I feel like I oughta... I mean, not mountains. We got plenty of mountains, trust me. I feel like I'm missing, though... Like, I'm missing some islands that could be here. Like, I should put... I feel like I should put an island here. You know, just there. Or I feel like there ought to be some island here. Yeah. And maybe put a hill on it. A hill and a mountain. Mountains. I like mountains. And I'm boring enough to think that's funny. Okay, so now that we have this, I'm going to go back to the plopper and we're going to add some jungle, since that's up next. Alright, so where do we want jungle? I feel like I want jungle right here. Like, that's what I want. I want some jungle right in here. Yeah, and this is going to be some jungle mountains. Jungle mountains. Yeah, so this is going to be a jungle. It's going to be... God, is there... Can I... No. No, that's a mountain. There was a way. I remember... I haven't messed around with this in a long time, but I remember there was a way to do this where I didn't have to click on individual cells, but whatever. And the jungle kind of follows the river. And it's going to follow this river up. Yeah. I'll try and make it so you guys don't have to hear me clicking on every single one of these, because that'll drive you insane. Wait a minute. Holy shit, I've been covering up the mountains. Damn it. Yep, there I go. I was covering up mountains. I thought they would adapt. Damn it, I hope I didn't cover up any other mountains. Spent a lot of time placing those mountains. Alright, so... Okay, so we'll just add... Don't add jungle around the mountains, because it'll kill them. And I don't want dead mountains. Death by jungle. Death by being killed by the mountains. The jungle killed the mountains. Okay, up here, and then the jungle terminates in the plains. There we go. Alright, so that's a good jungle, and that'll be the jungle on this continent. Let's go ahead and focus on some of these islands. I want to go ahead and make some of these jungle islands. Yeah. This can be jungle, oh yeah, a jungle here. Let's make this area one vast jungle. Yeah, this will be the border. It'll go along these mountains here. And it will stop kind of at this river. Yeah. So this whole area here will be jungle. Yeah. And this will be... Actually, let's have it follow... Let's have it terminate at the river. Let's have it just follow the river. So this whole area is nothing but jungles. Fucking jungles everywhere. Jungles on this island. Not solid jungle, but definitely a lot of jungle. Yeah, the great southern jungle area. And the coast is going to be marsh. And I'm going to add marsh in after I'm done clicking for the jungle. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's enough jungle for that area. Let's see. Now we're going to add in the marsh. The marshland. Marsh. Alright, so all through here, this is going to be marsh. Yeah. This whole area is just marsh. Running into these, like all the areas that were green in the jungle are marsh. It's a very inhospitable little area that will be the bane of my existence or the existence of any other civilization that ends up spawning here. This whole area there is gonna suck. I'm gonna put some jungle in, marsh near the jungle. Marsh along this river. Marsh up in here. Oops, didn't mean to marsh up that hill. Yeah. It's gonna be stopped by those hills. This area is gonna be marsh. I'm gonna have marsh there. Ah, this is gonna suck. Up there. Okay, some marsh there. Have a little bit of marsh going on here. Have some marshland going on here. Oops. Alright. Oasis. Not many oases. I'm just gonna put like one here and maybe 3 up in this desert. Primarily located around this river. Though one is going to be like right there. Alright, next. Floodplains. Yeah. Floodplains, definitely. Some floodplains up in there. Make those floodplains. Make this floodplains. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Floodplains all over the place. There's gonna be floodplains up in here. Yeah, floodplains here. Let's take care of all this horrible aquatic area, but whoever lives out there is gonna have a killer time shrimping. Because the shrimp love floodplains. You ever seen Pulp Fiction? What do they call shrimp in France? Yes, I'm boring. What do you want? Alright, so now standard deciduous forest. Well, I can kind of see this area just being a forest. Terminating and around the plains and maybe hitting these mountains here. Yeah, there we go. And this is just going to be one long, big-ass motherfucking forest. Just one thick motherfucking forest. There's no goddamn relief. There's a little space. Nah, fuck it. Thick motherfucking forest. And then going to be thick motherfucking forest through here. Through all this. This is going to... God damn it. Forest. Kind of forest in the plains. Forest all up in here. Forest meeting jungle. Meeting fucking forest. Forest all over these hills. Forest here. Forrest Gump. I used to watch Forrest Gump almost every day when I was really, really small. Just every day. This is the kind of thoughts that run through your head when you're sitting here clicking on individual forests to make them work. This is the opposite of the structure of those mobile games. There's no flashing lights. There's no promise of any kind of pseudo reward. It's just, yeah, you click and a brown patch shows up. There was a virus way back in the early 90s. I don't know what it was called, but what it was yeah, okay, you have to understand. You have to put yourself. Oh, don't need forests by the desert, but you have to put yourself in the mind, and you have to. Okay, back when this virus was around, the monitors of the time had a resolution of about 600 by 300, 600 by 400. All right. So they had a thing of 600 by 400. So what would happen was if you got infected with this virus, a little pixelated dog, or it may have been just a picture of a dog, would pop out onto your screen in place of your screensaver, and it would run around your screen, and it would take little tiny dog craps. And the little brown dots that it would leave. I mean, the dog craps would be little brown dots. And the little brown dots would not go away. Now, this may have been a modification of an existing screensaver, but eventually the screen would be filled with these little brown pixels. And that would just be it. You'd have to figure out a way of getting rid of the virus with all these brown pixels, all this pixelated dog crap all over your screen. Those were interesting times. Yeah. Interesting times. Okay, so I think I've got the forest down for this continent. Let's go on to this continent. Actually, this thing's going on for about 20 minutes. I think this is a good place to stop. If you like this video, like, subscribe, check me out on Twitter, check out my other channel where I feed trolls. And don't worry, because next episode of this, I think I will end up finishing off the map. I think I'll be able to finish off at least the landforms, and then I'm going to go through and add in resources, add in some other stuff, but maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of this if you're interested in this, and we'll have this map sussed it out. Anyway, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel. Have a good day.